Hi again. My name is Rebel and I'm the Rebel Reseller. And today we're going to be doing the first half of my What Sold video, which will be last week, Monday through Thursday, February 24th to the 27th. And my sales were awful. Awful. All 4 days were way below average. 3 of those days were way below average. I have a feeling I know why my sales have been awful this past month, and it's my fault, and we'll talk about it in a few minutes after I show you some of what did sell for me. I had 2 sales on Etsy. You know, they're just still coming, which is way more than I could say for what was happening with Poshmark and Mercari when I was trying to also do that platform. I've been trying to most days cross list 3, 4, 5 items, and it just seems to be, you know, I'm getting a few sales every few days. So not as great as it was, during fourth quarter, but I'm just going to keep trying to be consistent and see what happens. But the first thing that sold on Etsy was this Dakin Black Cat hand puppet from 1983. I've been doing well with Dakin on there. It sold for $17.95. And then this Peppa Pig red convertible car from 2003. I didn't realize Peppa Pig is that old. But this little vehicle with 3 figures sold for $13.45. And then eBay. First thing that sold was these Carfax plush lot. I had picked these up at the bins, so I probably have like 8 ounces in the both of them. So I paid about $1 for them. The reason why I'm mentioning this is that somebody made a comment in one of my previous videos asking, am I sure that I am actually making money when I sell something for $12? So I picked this item. It sold for $11.66. They had been listed a really long time, so I was glad to see them gone. And then this next screen is going to show the breakdown of what I made on this item. The subtotal was $11.66. I charged a flat rate shipping of $5.95. eBay collected sales tax of 70 cents for an order total of $18.31. Now, what were my fees? eBay again credited back out the 70 cents for the sales tax. My transaction fees on this was $2.49. My shipping label was $5.21. And then I have promoted listing fees, which probably 75% of my items when they sell have sold with that fee attached, and that was 95 cents. So my order earnings was $8.96. Like I said, I probably paid about $1 for them. So I still made $8 on these 2 plush. Riders, women's jeans, again, listed forever. Got a $10 offer on them, and I made them gone. Sold quite a few clothes. This is a Walmart mint green rabbit plush. I've picked up this style of a rabbit quite a few times. I've had purple, I've had tan, white. This one was from 2019, and it sold in just probably about a month for $8.96. Rainforest Cafe Elephant Plush sold for $17.95. Playmobil Tree Top and Branches Leaves. This was from that huge Playmobil lot that I finally got around to breaking up into smaller lots. This lot sold for $30. All right, I just in December picked 2 appliances off of our shelves that I knew just needed to get parted out and listed. This was from an Omega juicer. This is the fine screen and the strainer holder, and it sold for $21. Fisher Price Little People. This was the brown horse and a pig, sold for $10.95. If you guys could see my floor right now, I brought all of my listed little people in here, the people and the figures. And today I have been trying to make larger lots. I have a huge tote or a box over here of unlisted stuff, and I'm just trying to mix and match and make bigger lots and hopefully get some of this stuff moving. Johnny from the movie Sing sells every time for me. This was a McDonald's toy from 2016, sold in less than a month for $13.45. Dandy Peter Rabbit plush sold for $8.96. Thank goodness for the bread and butter, y'all. Westcliff Collection. This was a Bengal tiger, sold for $15.25. Fiesta San Diego Zoo giraffe plush sold for $16.16. If you're new to my channel, I don't do free shipping, so the buyer has also paid shipping. Xanadu women's green corduroy jeans sold for $20.
Didn't Olivia Newton-John sing that song?
Xanadu. What was it?
Xanadu.
Oh, I don't know. I watched that when I was a kid, maybe. Spark Create Imagine. This is a yellow duck puppet that made sounds. Sold for $13.45.
So you gonna listen to me in the future?
Why?
You know, you did that thing, and y'all.
You didn't discourage me.
No, I didn't exactly discourage her. She changed the promoted listings, right? You dropped it from...
I had it at 8. Then I dropped it to 7 at some point. And then I went ahead and, in my frugalness, I thought, sales are down. It's a good time of the year right now to start giving eBay less fees. So I dropped it down to 5.2, probably the beginning of February. Probably.
Sales went like this.
My sales, and I just kept thinking, it's just like everybody else. The sales were just bad. eBay messing with stuff over that whole clothing change fiasco.
And then sales were slow. And I kept thinking, I wonder if it's got anything to do with it. I should probably, after
anything.
like a couple of weeks, I was like, I wonder if I should tell her that, you made that change, sales are down, but February is always the slowest. So I was like, let's just ride this out.
It didn't even cross my mind that that could be affecting me until my friend Shannon called me probably a week ago and said, did you watch the Nurse Flippers video? And I hadn't yet. And she said she did the same thing. And she's talking about how her sales went way down. So she has bumped hers back up and it's resuming. So for the last week, my sales have been average, except for maybe one day down and then one day that was better than average.
I'll have a little screen clipping of the little chart to show you how they're not so low anymore as what they used to be.
February was like this with a few fluctuations, and then now March is starting to be just a little bit higher, but it's being consistent, and it's only been a week. But even like today, it's 4 p.m, and I'm already above average for my daily
for the
sales.
Entire day. And
yeah.
And unfortunately, without being able to do like test market stuff and things like that, you have to say, well, I changed that, back up to, you said 8, 7. Would you change it back to?
I changed it back to 8.
Back to 8. So, that's what did it. Or maybe just
it's March and it's not February.
It's not February and the sales are all better. Or,
know.
maybe eBay quit fiddling with stuff. It's just, we can only go by what we see and what we're doing in our store, plus what we're hearing from other sellers. So, be in the Facebook groups. Don't believe everything you read in the Facebook group, but be in the Facebook groups or even the Reddit groups and just see, get a feel for what other resellers are doing and what they're experiencing, because it might help you to decide that, everybody's sales are down, so I'm okay. Or, wow, everybody else's sales are down and mine are up, and I made that change a month ago, so maybe that change has really helped me out. So,
well, and that's kind of what got me going in changing it, because I read in a Facebook group that somebody said, eBay said, if you're promoting for more than 5%, you're wasting your money. And there were several others who agreed with that. And I thought, well, why am I doing over 5%? And that's why I took it down. Plus I'm frugal and I wanted to give eBay less fees.
She's a tightwad.
I'm very frugal.
Tightwad.
So I don't know. Has anybody else ever experienced this where you dropped your promoted listing fees and you got spanked? Because that's what happened to me. I feel like, or really got spanked. But I'm seeing it trending back up, and I'm hoping that it's going to get better. Coffee mugs, I love picking them up, but y'all, they are slow sellers. They're slow. Every once in a blue moon, I sell one.
Sometimes they go out one a day, it seems like.
Yeah, and then it'll be weeks. But I sold this Aflac blue coffee mug with the gold logo for $8.96.
Aflac.
This is another topic of conversation. I sold this Cabbage Patch Kids birth certificate and the little Airways bag. Picked up a bulk lot of stuff at an estate sale, probably, end of last year maybe, and just finally got around to listing it in January. Sold just these 2 items for $13.45, but how many of you guys are seeing more and more packages that the tracking's just stopped? Just stopped. Luckily for me, on this particular one, the buyer contacted me, said, it stopped moving. And so I went ahead and did one of those updates through the USPS website, and it started tracking and got delivered pretty quickly. But just this week, I've already had to file 2 claims and give 2 sets of refunds on items that I think it's like February 23rd or something. They just stopped tracking wherever they were. And I did the normal, request updates through SPS, not a sound. So, I have filed 2 claims for lost mail with the USPS website. And just recently, I've had to file 2 or 3 more of them. So, I hardly ever had lost mail before this year. Hardly ever. And now I think I've filed at least 5 claims, maybe 1 more. Because they're just going into the Neverland.
I ordered an item on Etsy from Florida. It should have been here in like 4 hops. It was on 15, 20 hops before it got here. It was back and forth to Alabama and back to the same place in Georgia like 5 times. And
it even made it to Knoxville at some point and then went back down.
And it finally got here today, thankfully. And the seller said they had to file 7 lost packages in one day.
In one day, he's a large seller on Etsy. 7 he's had to file for lost packages. So it's something ain't right. Something ain't right. Next is this IKEA on SCAD white Siberian snow tiger. Was a larger plush. Sold for $22.91. Fisher-Price Roar Glow Dinosaur. This was probably a Ben's pickup, but it has been listed forever, and it finally sold for $8.05. Gray Elephant Plush by Walmart sold for $9.86. Build-A-Bear Hello Kitty plush. I picked up, Robert found 2 of these, I think when we went to the St. Louis Ben's in December maybe. I was hoping they were worth a whole lot more. I did have an outfit. I determined that selling the outfit by itself was probably going to net me more money than selling it with one of the plush. One of the plushes ended up with lots of staining that just I could not get out. The big thing that you have to get the big dollars is that bow, and I did not have the bow. So, I mean, it's a difference of $120 for this Hello Kitty with clothes and the bow versus I sold just the Hello Kitty for $26.95.
I had to look up on SCAD. Means wanted.
Wanted.
On that IKEA plush. Doesn't mean tiger like they had for the bunny the other day. It actually meant rabbit. This means wanted or desired.
Huh. All right, FAO Schwartz German Shepherd Dog Plush. Not a brand that sells very well, although it did sell in about a month for $18. Mud Pie White Rabbit Plush. Kind of looks like Jellycat. Nice quality too. And it sold for $10. Daniel Tiger figures. There was a time I did better doing these lots of Daniel Tiger. I'm probably going to stop picking them up when I find them in the bins. I think I have 1 or 2 more small lots of them. I'm not going to pick them up anymore. This set sold for $9.86. Purple Bunny Rabbit Plush by Dandy Imports sold for $17.95. Indie Weekend Women's Capri Jeans sold for $13.21. Levi's 525 Women's Jeans sold for $17.71. I think this was my best seller of the week. These had been listed forever, so I was so glad when they sold at my full price. They are J.A. Hinkle's International Knife Set with the wood block, $59.95. This is a viewer sell, so thank you so much, Sherry. This is Sherry with the 2 R's. She bought this trucking magazine lot of 9 for $22. Last but not least, again, another pair of pants, Levi's 10962 women's jeans sold for $18. All right, y'all. Hope your sales are improving as March starts in on us. Taxes are coming in. Yard sales are about to start here. So I'm really looking forward to that. We're going to try to get another picking video out in the next day or 2. So if you haven't been watching those videos, go on over to our other channel, The Rebel Pickers. We've just started releasing videos on there. We've got a couple more ready, maybe kind of getting sort of ready. But again, we went to an estate sale today. Neither one of us thought to record.
We'd already been there. There was no need to record.
Well,
Y'all already saw it. If you've watched those picking videos, you already saw it. We just went back and bought more stuff.
More stuff.
And we're recording this on Saturday, March 8th. Next Thursday we're going to be headed down to Peaches to Beaches. And actually, first we're stopping in Knoxville because they're opening a new America's Thrift in Knoxville. So we're going to go that way. And then we're going to go down and hit Peaches to Beaches. Stay in the Barnesville area, well, a little north of Barnesville on Thursday night, and then head southeast on Friday and stay in Baxley, Georgia on Friday night, and then get up and head towards Brunswick on Saturday.
And then home, right?
I don't know. We'll see what we do.
Last year when we went,
but we didn't find a ton of good stuff like we were hoping. We didn't find a bunch of
stuff. Yeah. So we're hoping this time that we're starting at the top and going to venture our way down. Hopefully we'll find some treasures to pick and have stuff for the other channel, and then stuff to show a haul video and then get them listed for you guys.
And make $1 bazillion on eBay.
Gonna need it.
Or at least the thousands of dollars on eBay.
All right, y'all. Get to work. Bye.